Diamond, aka the Winston, with you today on yet another batch file tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to use two modules together in a very easy way. One of the modules is going to be, it's going to be Graphic.exe, and the next module, or the other module I'm going to show you how to use with Graphic.exe, is going to be Kbd.exe, also known as aka keyboard.exe for 32 to 64-bit computer. Okay, you get the idea. I'm going to be showing you how to use these two modules together in a batch file game. So let's see, I'll save it first in a good directory that Graphic Kbd. Let's batch file. Let's do something like Kbd.exe. Wait. Let's do tutorial. Got that. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna do this as I go along. Echo off. Why don't I make there? I know it's a bit big, but it's should be able to see it. There, that looks better. I know it's really huge, kind of sad. Like it looks pretty stupid when it's that huge. I like it when I like it when it's smaller. Anyway, okay, title, KBD, and graphic example. Anyway, I'm not going to be talking while I get through this. Enable the expansion. Okay. Okay. Now, and let's see. Graphic.exe can be used for a bunch of things. Okay. So actually, hang on. Okay. Graphic.exe. Let's use Graphic.exe. Graphic.exe can also be used like colors.exe. It could be used to place the mouse, and if you place the mouse in the upper left farthest corner, you can use the the flickering effect. I'll show you what I mean. So, Graphic.exe locate means put the mouse somewhere. 0, 0. That's the coordinates. This frame, the main frame, is actually going to be the where we put an object. Okay, I'm gonna do like an X moving around the screen or something. I'll get right into it. Okay, Graphic.exe. Okay, okay, sorry, I'm going on. You know what? I'll let you do something. Okay, let's see. Also, with Graphic.exe and Kbd.exe, when you're going to use them for a game, such as maybe a roguelike or maybe a maze game, I'll show you something really cool, like something you can do that's really cool, and it makes printing a map really easy. It's called making an array. Now, an array in Batch is a lot different than making an array in, say, C++. I don't really know if you can make a one-dimensional array in Batch, but I do know that you can make a two-dimensional array in Batch, or sort of like a two-dimensional array in Batch, and that can only be read with using a for statement. I'll show you what I mean. So to make an array, to make a 2D array in batch, this is what you gotta do. You gotta set a bunch of variables. So set, let's do line, or let's do row. No, row. Okay, let's do row because we're gonna. Let's do line. Okay, line 0 equals. Okay, so line 0. 0 is the line number. Just use 0 because you can start at whatever number you want, but I like 0 for some reason. It's kind of cool. It also looks more professional. I'll show you what I'm doing. So let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10 characters? Yes. Why don't we do 11? So that you can have like center. Yeah, okay. Set line. Watch this. 1 equals. And now 3, 4, 5, 6. See, look at that. See, this is an array. I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on until you get a 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. What am I saying? Oh, sorry. It's kind of hard to like type and talk at the same time. Anyway, so this is an array, and it's really cool. Mostly because you can do really cool stuff with it. Imagine that. Hang on. Okay. Okay. There we go. That's our map. And this is going to be like a little map thing. That our little character, I'll make it like a little at sign character around. Let's have a little at sign moving around the screen. Anyway, yeah, this is an array. I'll show you how to use it in your game. In the game, it'll print this array with your character on it, but you won't have to manually set each variable differently. I'll show you what I mean. Why don't we also need to sort of set the position. Why don't we start in the middle? Oh yeah, let's start in the middle. That would be 1, 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5, 5. Set post.x position.x equals 5. Set post.y position.y equals 5. Now I'm actually at the end of this video, I would pretty much have given away my entire batch file roguelike I'm making. With this code that I'm going to show you how to use, it's amazing. I mean, you could do so much with this code that I'm going to give you. I'm going to read this and print it with a for statement. And watch this. You're going to use a for L statement. For L n in 0, 1. What are we doing? 11, 10. Do. Now this is a statement. So look. So the first number in a for statement. Okay, sorry. A for statement basically carries out the commands. I don't know if my spelling's right. The commands here, and it'll carry them out it'll keep doing these commands for a specified number of times. Basically, this variable will be a certain number. This variable will start with 0. It'll increase by 1 each time it loops around, and it'll loop only 10 times. And that worked perfectly because this starts at 0. There's 10. This starts at 0. Each one increases by 1, and I want to end at 10. I'll show you what I mean. Hang on. Okay. sorry about that. Okay, I've returned. Okay, so I found the code that I'm doing. Yeah, okay. So this is basically what I'm doing. So I do this loop. There. Anyway, okay. This is a loop. Okay, so each time I want to set the variable line to whatever line this is. So if this is, for instance, if this command is looped only once, I want it to now show this part of the line. And that part of the line will be da 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 here. And if n equals position.y, that means if the row equals that, it equals the same y value that your character is on. This might sound pretty confusing to you, but believe me, you'll get it once I show you what I mean. Oh, hang on. Shoot, I gotta... Okay, sorry. I just have to go find a piece of code. There we go. This is an important piece. So basically what it does is it takes your position, your x position, like if you're, okay, so if I'm right here, I am 6 spaces into the thing, into the map, but there's only 3 spaces out here, so that's 6 plus 3 is 9, but there's really 10 spaces. I'm taking up the 10, or really 9 spaces, but I'm taking up the 6th space. So how do I do that? What you do is that you make a variable called x add 1, and you do sets /a x add 1 equals position dot post dot x plus 1, and you put it in right here. So the syntax for the line is this is one variable. Syntax for the line is this. This is a line right there. This piece right here, actually that piece tells it to go from the first character all the way to the character that is at coordinate position.x, all the way to this character. And at that character, where you are, we need to put a little @ sign. Now let's get rid of this little @ sign. We don't need that guy anymore. And then after that, do everything from over here all the way to the end, x plus add 1. You do need this variable. I'll show you why in a minute. Anyway, okay, so after you do this, see, this is a nested if statement. After you do this, you do it to a new line outside the parentheses, mind you. Outside the parentheses for the if statement, do echo line. Do these in exclamation points. You do have to have the set local enable delayed expansion, because that basically means I'm going to use more than one variable at a time. So, like if I use parentheses for each one of these, it'll mismatch a lot of stuff. Yeah, anyway, that's what we do. Okay, then, actually, why don't we do this? Remember we need also to add this frame game. This is the main frame. Game is going to be the main frame thing that calls everything else. Okay. Oops. There. Okay, so it'll call this main frame, then it'll call the frame to move, and then it'll go back to game. So every time you press, okay, so anyway, here, move. Here we go. This is where it gets kind of cool. Now we're going to use the Kbd.exe command. Okay, sorry. I drew a blank. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to... Okay, Kbd.exe returns what key you press to arrow level. It also includes arrow keys, which is kind of cool because you can use arrow keys in a batch game. In order to find the arrow level of a key, you do this. cmd cdc batch maze cls kbd.exe. Okay, now I'm going to press the up arrow key. Ta-da! I press the up arrow key. Now echo arrow level, because it returns the number to arrow level 72. So that means up. The up arrow key is 72. Now let's press the down key. Down arrow key is 80. Okay, now let's see. The left arrow key is 75. And the right arrow key, shoot. There we go. Is 77. There, okay, keep it. So now we have all that. Let's see. Now we can start using this. Basically, you use a bunch of if statements, or actually, I can actually do this. Go to. This will be faster. Arrow level. That's much faster. That one is up, down. Up, down, left, right. I know which one's up, down, left, right because I automatically say that up, down, left, right. So it'll be easy to remember. There. Okay. Let's do. Okay. Go to arrow level. So what happens if you press up arrow key? Let's do set post dot y minus equals set a post dot y minus equals 1. Mostly this is because not plus equals 1 because the 0 is up here and then it goes down. So if you want to go up, you really have to minus x, like minus 1. If you want to move down, you have to add 1 to x. But left and right is the same. Plus x, plus 1, minus 1. Now, what happens if I reach the bounds? Let's see. If plus.y equal 0, set a post.x, post.y minus equals 1. There we go. Go to EOF. That means go to end of frame. So if I go to end of this frame, end of frame. Okay, if I go to end of frame, it'll go back to game. So the next thing I have to move is go to game, and it'll call me in again, and it'll show me where I moved. Let's do the same thing here, only instead of plus. Okay, now instead of that, it'll be 10. Okay, anyway, okay, so yeah, if I press down, it has to add 1 to y, and if my y position equals 10, I need to go back up 1 space. Now for left and right, up, down, left, right, this is going left, so set a post.x now, minus equals 1 because I'm going left. Left on the number line is minus. Then this bit, all this does is just check to make sure you're not hitting a wall, because the wall coordinates is, on the side equals 0. Set a post.x plus 1. Go to. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% if these go to EOF statements will work, but we can always check, right? Won't hurt to let's experiment. And I think we are set, actually. So the code is a very small amount of code. If you feel like optimizing it, go right ahead, be my guest. Let's save it. I'll shrink it down so you can see exactly what it looks like in one page. Hi. Sorry about that. Also, it's saved, and let's test it out. Okay, sorry about that. I just tested this, and I found that that I had to make a couple changes. Instead of go to EOF, change it to go to game, because it go to the game goes back to the game frame, and the first thing it calls is main, so it works. Go to EOF, I'm afraid goes to the next frame, which will mess everything up. Also, I found that there's a little glitch here. And the last one, if you press it down arrow, the 77 frame, change the if post.x equal to 0, change it to post.x equal to 10. For some reason I didn't do that. Other than that, it's fine, and I'll show you how it works. It works pretty cool. Pretty good. So here's our little thing. You can see our little character. Press left arrow key, it moves left, right, and I'm using up, down, left, right arrow keys. You can actually extend this to use page up, page down, home, and delete key if you want for like diagonals. Notice that I'm actually trying to go right into the wall, but it won't work because of that if statement. I can't go left any more than the wall, can't go up any more than the wall, I can't go down any more than the wall, and that's because of these statements. Because in the background it actually, if you go backward, then it has to add another variable to it, which makes you essentially look like you're staying in the same spot, even though you're really not behind the scenes. Also, you can also see that there's that blinking cursor down there. If you want to get rid of that annoying blinking cursor, you just have to go up here, all the way up, and add this line, Graphic.exe hide cursor. That actually hides the cursor. Imagine that. No annoying blinking cursor anymore. And look at that, it's flicker free. There's absolutely no flicker in this game. I can press keys as fast as I want, and there's no flicker. That's because I never actually clear the screen. It just prints over it and over and over and over and over. So it's a bunch of like cellophane sheets overlapping each other again and again and again. There can be bugs with that. It can be kind of annoying. I can show you how it can not be such a good thing. But right now it's pretty cool. You go all around, just arrow keys and patch. That was it. Hopefully I'll have another tutorial in another week. Till then, that's it.